graders, and welcome to lesson 82 on finding the volume of a rectangular prism. So, volume is the amount of space an object takes up. If you think about a water bottle, the volume of the water bottle would be how much water I could fill into the water bottle. Okay, it's what goes inside. It's how much space the object takes up. So to find volume, first you're going to find the area of the base, right? And remember that whatever the base is of a rectangular prism, it's going to be a rectangle, right? So how do we find the area of a rectangle? Well, length times width. So the first step is to find the area of the base by doing length times width. And then you're going to multiply that number times the height of the prism. So if this was a prism, let's say, I know we already did this lesson, right, where we drew these like that, like that, like that, like that. So now we're going to do it times the height, which is this distance right here. So the length times the width times the height of the prism. I've got two formulas here. Okay, they mean the exact same thing. Right now in 6th grade, they're teaching you this one. Length times width times height. The reason why I just illustrated this for you is because in future grades, you're going to learn volume as big B times big H. And that's because this formula works for any type of prism. If I had a cylinder, which is like a circular prism, okay, I would find the area of the base, which is pi r squared, and then I would multiply that times the height of the prism. A triangular prism, I would do the same thing. So this formula is awesome because it works for any kind of prism, but this is the only one you're expected to know for right now. Okay, so example A. How many 1-inch cubes are needed to form this rectangular prism? So it basically wants to know what is the volume of this rectangular prism. How many, if I were to stack 1-inch cubes in here all the way up, how many would it take to fill it? Well, first I would need to find the area of the base. How many cubes would fill the area of the base? And then I would multiply that times how many layers going up. So you can use whatever formula you want to here. If we do V equals length times width times height, I'm going to sub in, I've got 5 times 3 times 4. And what are you noticing? You're just going to multiply all three numbers they give you. Finding the volume of a rectangular prism is so easy. It's wonderful, okay? So now we got 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 4, well 15 times 2 is 30, and 30 times 2 is 60, so this is going to be 60. I need my label. And volume is cubed, okay? So we've got two-dimensional when we've done area and we've filled something in. Our labels have been like centimeters squared, right? Well, now that we're adding that third dimension of coming up with height, that is where we have our cubed, okay? And if you think about it like we did from yesterday's lesson, if the length, if this was inches, we've got inches times inches times inches, which is why we get inches cubed. Okay, so our answer, 60 inches cubed. Example B, what is the volume of a cube whose edges are 10 centimeters long? Well, think about a cube. What do we know about a cube? It's made up of squares, right? And so if we think about it, if we draw a cube, we're going to have a square here, and we're going to have another, I always have to like think about which lines will be dotted and which ones will not. There we go. A cube is a type of rectangular prism in which all the side lengths are the exact same thing. So this would be a 10, this would be a 10, and this would be a 10. So I can think the base, the area of a base is going to be a square. So it would be 10 times 10 times the height of the figure is going to be another 10. So what do I get? 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 equals 1,000 centimeters cubed. All right, here's one more. Find the volume of a rectangular prism that is 4 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet high. I know that you know how to do this now, so I want you to do that one on your own. Bring it to class tomorrow. Here's a hint. It's going to involve multiplying 3 numbers. Go ahead and get to work.